these guys, it's so hard. All the businesses got ready to go to work on Friday. Thursday night with 4 hours left to go. Kate Brown, our idiot governor, tells everybody you got to shut it down. Not going to happen. We're not going to open. So the cost associated with one of these restaurants, I've said this forever. I hate to say that I was right, but I was. I have been this whole entire time. The cost of this thing is far going to outweigh what is it? The virus is not going to be nearly as expensive as what we've put into it trying to fight it. And again, no, I don't want 200 million people to die, but anyone who uses that argument, as I've said before, is being disingenuous because people are going to die. And if you grew up in any kind of poverty at all, you would be scared shitless of what we are doing to our population. So you have something like 35,000 businesses to date have gone out of business. They're dropping left and right all weekend. Every major gym essentially is gone. Two of the big ones here in Portland, Crunch and BFit, shut down, and 24-Hour Fitness, which is a large national one, shut. I think they half of them or something, and laid off 40% of their let go 40% of their folks. So I mean that's just the beginning. Pier 1 Imports is gone. Restaurant after restaurant after restaurant is gone. The cities look like, I said this before. Have we talked about this on the podcast? What the 70s looked like?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember. We'll go over it again, though. If we did, we can't remember, and we apologize to anybody listening. But I was born in 1969, and if you have an idea of what this, we did, because I said go see the movie. Maybe I was on somebody else's podcast. Go see the movie Joker. So if you watch the movie Joker and you see how that's a dark movie,
it is,
right? You've seen it?
Yep.
Okay, that's what the 70s looked like. Go watch a movie called. You could watch the Charles Bronson movie, Death Wish. That was circa 1974, probably. It's a good movie. It's a dark movie.
Yeah.
He's the vigilante in New York. Dark movie. But it gives you an idea what the city looks like. That's no sets. That's what that shithole looked like. New York, and then ultimately moved to Chicago. But in the 70s, there's a movie called The French Connection with Gene Hackman. A real famous movie. Go take a look at that ugly piece of shit. It's a good movie, but it's dark, man, and the cars sucked, and the colors sucked, and every other building is boarded up. Every third building is burnt out. It was a period of huge economic turmoil in the United States. The stock market was fixed at something like, I don't know, it probably averaged 650 for the decade, and it got stuck at 800 from about 1977 through 1983. 6 or 7 years, it was stuck at 800. It's now at 25,000. It tipped on 30,000. We talked about this, where your generation has only known the stock market going up. And so what happens when the stock market goes flat like it did in the 70s is brutal. And, well, we had nowhere near the debt we have today, not even close to the debt that we have today. It's a completely different world today. We have all of this significant debt, and these idiotic governors who I don't know what they're thinking. I really don't. Being as nonpartisan as I can be, I don't know what they're thinking, because clearly the number, I don't know what they're thinking now. I don't know what they were thinking before, because as I've said many times, leave me the fuck alone. I'll do whatever I want. You do what you want, I'll do what I want. Never the two shall meet. But the government's heavy hand is just going to continue to come in the way that it has. And if anybody thinks they're going to give up this power, you're stupid. You clearly know nothing about history. You clearly know nothing about governments, and you clearly know nothing about bureaucrats. And so they won't be giving any of this up. So this is going to be a new way of living for us, particularly in the decision-making process. They're going to feel emboldened. They are going to grab hold of all of these new powers that they have given themselves, and they will not let them go. And so these companies, it's going to make it very difficult for a recovery in the near term. And it's only a matter of time, I think, before the Depression hits, probably 2 years to 5 years out, somewhere in there, before this little party that we're having now of cheap rates that are coming from the Fed no longer are effective, because you can only print so much money. And I think we're going to see a very, very dark time in America, exacerbated by the only thing that undergirds American society, small business. We are destroying small business, and we are handing the small businesses over to big business. So all you motherfucking politicians, all you lying Democrats, all you lying Republicans, you are in the same bed together as far as I'm concerned. You've done nothing. The Democrats, they're taking full advantage of this situation on a level I've never seen. The Republicans have done nothing. There's nobody fighting back in a system that's supposed to be checks and balances. There are none. And so both sides are equally at fault because both sides have an interest in big business getting bigger.